Well, hello. It's been a while since I've made a video of any kind. I think the last time I recorded a video, 2016. Yeah, it's been a while. Let's just rip off the band-aid. There's been a pandemic. Two, my work's been going down the toilet. And three, this is just kind of like a job interview or like a video CV to say like, yeah, I'm currently looking for other job, getting into doing a video since it has been a while, and I have been wanting to redo videos like this for quite some time, since I find that my makeup skills has been dwindling. So I just wanted to like kind of get back into things like that, and because now that I'm a lot older than the last time I did my videos, I've got a new phone, so it's got better quality, and I've got I finally downloaded a proper program to edit my videos, so at least there's that. It's not that I'm ungrateful for my job, but the job that I'm currently at is very toxic and I need to get myself out of there. Just for my own state of mind and well-being at my current job. So yeah, so that's basically my story. And don't get me wrong, I am grateful for the work that I've been doing there, but I kind of, how can I say, the work or the environment hasn't gotten, how can I say, there was a flow that was going, but there's no flow anymore. Everything is just here and there, it's scattered all around. This has changed and that has changed. There's no continuity anymore, and there's no. I work with kids, so there's like certain things that you obviously we can and cannot do. But when it comes to having difficult children, it does cause a problem, as my classroom is a problem classroom. So let me just put the music. Oh yeah, it does cause a problem because our classroom very heavy foot traffic. So working with small kids and getting their attention with a classroom that has constant foot traffic is very difficult. And what also makes it difficult is that the bosses think there is a solution, but the bosses don't want to see that, or just they don't feel like seeing it. You know what I mean? It is very difficult to work with people like that, that when you try to tell them there's a problem, they don't really hear that you've been saying so. Yeah, and the only reason boss's favorite employee has a class of her own, but her class is a 4 to 5 class, and her class constantly comes through our class, so a constant disruption in the classroom, and it doesn't work out well. So there's that, and I doubt that she would be moving anytime soon for any amount of years to come. And if it's not that, then there's just other personal things that has happened. So there's nothing. I literally can't do anything. So like I can't even put them on timeout or whatever, then it's a big issue with me. But the new teacher I'm working with, she can gladly do whatever she needs to do. That type of work environment issues, that's just as a constant stress, and plus the children that we have is also a constant stress. But at that age, now where they are rebellious and rude, disrespectful, and fighting and biting. Parents don't install discipline in the homes, so it makes it difficult for us to do that. I think these new parents think that we're gonna do everything for them. Older generation's gonna think that we're complaining and whatnot, but when we try to tell the parents don't want to hear it, or they just smile and laugh and think it's funny that their child is being rude, or that their child is biting, or the environment at my current work is just, it's absolutely stressful and terrible. Me and my current teacher that I'm working with, we've been waking up at 3 o'clock. I've been staying up since 2 o'clock, stressing, and like I say, parents don't care with whether the child is gone home sick, they'll still bring them to school, because we do have a list saying if the child's got a runny nose, if they got a cough, they must stay at home. If they got a runny tummy, stay at home. The parents don't listen. We had a child with a fever of 39, 38, and he complained that his stomach was sore, and he went home that day, but the next day to school, which one, I don't understand why parents do that. I mean, I can understand, yes, okay, like, you don't have anybody, but like, if your child is sick, you're gonna make all the other healthy children also sick, plus the teachers also sick. So it's also that we have to deal with, and it's very, very hard working with children, and I never want to do that again. So because my profession that I actually do want to do is makeup artistry, I want to work in film, even though I know that's really hard right now, but I'm not gonna give up. Yeah, so I'm a full-blown makeup artist, but I am a certified makeup artist. I went to school, got the certificates. Some people don't take that seriously enough when I say that I'm a makeup artist. Either they think it's just all pretty fuddy-luddy-da stuff, but not actually. As here is my certification. I am a makeup artist. Oil paint. I've got a CPR certificate. Infants. Yes, I have a matriculant certificate. I've got most of my NCF certificates. That's my ECD level 4 temporary paper certificate. I'm gonna get that next month. Here's my proper from works CPR certificate. But yeah, and I've applied this big folder as an application actually, like for film that my friend is working at. She's a sound tech. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, so people think makeup is just all pretty blah blah blah. All of this is what goes into a film, and it's not just makeup. Makeup also does costume, hair, prosthetics, but usually certain films have their own prosthetic section. But I still had to learn how to do prosthetics just in case. So it's not just one thing that I was taught. We were taught historical hair and makeup, how to do if a scene or movie is in a time period or dated, or like fantasy makeup. So if it was like Lord of the Rings, for instance, or if it was The Matrix, or ancient Japan, or the 1950s like Captain America, or some fantasy world like something cybernetic like Blade Runner, for instance. Or so makeup has a lot. It's a very complex thing, and going from something super complex and working on something that's almost like, you have to be creative and create all the time and invent and stuff, and then doing children's work, it's two very, very different things that I had to do. As an introvert, I like to handle few things at a time, especially if it's something I'm not really into, but because of circumstances you kind of have to. I don't want to also sound ungrateful, but like sometimes in life you just have to do what you have to do. When I couldn't find anything for makeup, I just did what my parents told me at that stage, because I was in a state where I just gave up. I just did teaching, and don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't like kids, it's just that like I don't like to work with a lot of them. I was saying, as an introvert, I like to I don't like too much going on at the same time. It must be like a focus, like a work for like 30 minutes, break for an hour, and then 30 minutes and then break for an hour. But with kids that doesn't happen, and you don't get holidays off unless it's a public holiday day, and aside from the weekends doesn't count, so you work straight through the whole year. The children starts arriving at 7, so we must be there before the time. So I'm always there at 6:30, and I come home at 5:30 or 5 o'clock, depending on what child's being picked up the latest. Doing that for a whole year, not really having a break, it's draining mentally, emotionally, and physically. It is very draining. especially working with kids, and not a lot of people get that. But children can be little devils, to be honest, and having to tell them that, especially if a child is very disrespectful, it can be really hard on the heart and soul, especially if as a teacher, when you're trying to help the child and the child just scratches and bites you away. So, and it's not for everybody. As I know, it was never for me, but I had no choice but to do it. It's been very, very difficult for me. I have had nausea. I've had heart palpitations. I had a panic attack the other day. I had a panic attack last night. For this video, I just need to get out of here because it's not well. And if you think, oh no, but what about the pay? Isn't the pay good? The pay is questionable. The teachers are only getting paid 3,000 rand, 3,500 something rand. That's why I say it's questionable, because like, where is the rest of the money? Where's it going to? And water we don't really use a lot, because we'll only use the water when they wash their hands. Nowadays that's quite often, but you can use a very little because they're children. They have small hands. The only time we use a lot of water is when we have to clean the floors, and that's usually at the end of the day. But aside from that, my bucket is literally that small that I use, and that cleans my floor of my school. And even if you have a bucket that's like this big, half of that can be used because you don't need a lot. So, and you use water also to cook, but it's also not a lot. So I don't know. In groceries, she buys in bulk that lasts at least a few weeks. In one classroom, that is 24 children. That's 66,000 rand. So I don't know. It's very questionable. I don't know. It's ridiculous. So yeah, if anybody's looking, I am in Paul. I can babysit, I can au pair, transport as well for your kids, if you, especially with a high schooler. I did a au pairing job once for 5 months for a girl in matric, and it was just taking her from school to home. I'd rather do stuff like that. So it's very difficult. Wish me all the best. I would like to do more vlogs that's not ranting or anything like this. It's just, well, not complaining, just like, hi guys, what's up, and here's the down low and all that. So hopefully I can make some more in the future. Bye.